Bloggers event. We have Thea, who's Wine Brats SF, right?
Yes.
And Lisa from Wine Dive Girl and the Beer Witch. Oh, I've seen you on your Twitter feed. So I just wanted to get your comment about this year's Wine Bloggers Conference. Are you new to it? Have you been here before? And what do you think of the event?
So this is my second year. I was here last year, and I'm really excited about the event, and it's interesting having it both in Napa and Sonoma. It's been a very interesting day. I think there's been some logistical issues, but I think it's a good time. There's a lot of great stuff here. So,
did you get lost or something?
No, we did not get lost. We just had a little confusion about where we were going to have lunch, and we spent most of our time on the bus instead of out the winery. So
oh, that's too bad.
It's very unfortunate.
So how about you?
This is also my second year. It's so spectacular meeting everybody. Everybody that you read their blogs, you check them out on Twitter, you hear about their wine life and their wine interactions. It's just fantastic to meet everybody. I'm thrilled to be here.
So any comments from the Beer Wench?
Oh yeah.
How did you come up with that name?
I don't know how I came up with the name. I wanted something really creative, witty, awesome, very young, very reflective of my personality. The Wine Bloggers Conference, I've infiltrated. I kind of view myself as a comedic relief. I kind of provide that I'm not serious, you shouldn't be serious. We're just really, really here to enjoy some good wine. Really?
We come off serious, don't you think?
Yeah, it's so much fun here. But yeah, seriously, wine, it can be serious, but you don't have to be serious, you know?
Accessible. Wine should be fun. Wine should be fun.
Absolutely.
What's with the rubber chicken, though?
All right, there's a winery called Twisted Oak out in Murphy's, and El Jefe, who's the owner of the winery, Jeff Stye, he's obsessed with the rubber chicken. He has the Rubber Chicken National Forest. If you go through his winery, yeah, exactly. It's just all about the rubber chicken.
Every year there's a giant rubber.
Can you say that again?
There's a giant rubber chicken roast every year where you go up, you drink a whole bunch of wine, and you roast rubber chickens.
What's the nose on a burning rubber chicken?
It's a little bit, like burnt tire. Yeah.
Some tar, some fire and smoke. Some smoke in that,
It
definitely.
pairs well with beer.
I'm sure it does. It probably tastes better over time with more beer. I'd love to see the Twitter feed that comes out of that event.
You know what, though? It's all about the wine pairing, and if you pair it with a Torcito or with a Spaniard, it's okay.
His wines are phenomenal.
His wines are phenomenal.
They're out of this world. The Skull? Oh.
River of Skulls, which is his Mourvedre blend, is unbelievable, and it kills the entire taste of the burnt rubber chicken.
So there you go. Their wines are so good that they even pair well with rubber chicken. So thanks, guys. You guys are a lot of blast. So you don't know the type of celebs you'll meet on the red carpet here at the Grand Tasting, and we bumped into the one wine dude, and I have a question for you. So I followed you on Twitter, but you didn't follow me back. What's up with that?
I'm an idiot.
Are you going to start?
You don't have a comeback for that, do you?
No, I don't.
Is it really loud if I do this?
Probably really. So one wine dude, what's that's all about besides being one dude?
Well, I would call you're sort of asking what's my blog about. It's edutainment for the intermediate wine lover. That's about the best as I can explain it, which means it's a nice way of saying that if I want to write a serious piece, I can. And if I want to put a video with me falling on my face and smacking my head on a rock, then I can do that too.
So I read a bit about your blog, seen a couple of articles, and you talk about how you went from being a one wine dunce to a one wine dude. How was that experience? And if people are just starting with wine, what's one piece of advice you'd give them?
I think the best piece of advice I could give is everything that anyone's told you about how wine is supposed to be is probably wrong. The best thing you can do is learn what you like and go for that. And it can be any level that you want to learn. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be hard. If I can do this, anybody can do this, okay? I mean, honestly. So yeah, I got a couple certifications, but you don't need that to appreciate wine. All you need to be able to do is know what you like with different foods, and you can just ask anybody like me or a sommelier when you go to a restaurant. If you say, hey, I'm having steak, I really like wine with blueberry flavors. Hey, they're going to hook you up. I mean, that's about all you really need to do. But if you want more, wine can always give you more. So that's a great thing about it.
So you've tasted a lot of wines here. What are the ones that you personally like here?
At this particular tasting, I haven't gone to as many as I would have liked so far. But I would say Ladera is a highlight. They're a little bit expensive, but I love Cabernet from Howell Mountain. And they make just a fantastic, luscious Cabernet from Howell Mountain. So it's sort of very typical of Napa, but also has a bit more depth and a bit more elegance to it. Little pricey, probably around $70, but worth the splurge if you're going to go for something, a real nice dinner out with that special date. You throw the Ladera out there, you will score some points.
There you go. Sage advice from One Wine Dude. Here on the red carpet at the Wine Bloggers Grand Tasting at Quintessa Winery. I'm now here with Joel Vincent, who is the founder of the Wine Consortium, as well as this organizer of this Wine Bloggers Conference. This is your brainchild. What do you think of year 2 of this event?
So far, so good. I mean, we learned a lot last year, so we have, logistically, this was a little bit more of a challenge because we actually incorporated Sonoma and Napa. So, coming over into Napa with the buses and things, it was a little bit more challenging. But yeah, so far, so good. We obviously had a great turnout, and we're happy about that. And we're looking forward actually to tomorrow when we can get to our actual blogger sessions and talk about blogging itself and how to kind of progress it, both technically and its ethics and writing-wise and where it's going.
So we're now with Sam, who's the founder of 1,000 Corks, as well as Laurie, who is part of
Brand Action Team. I'm a social media marketer in the beverage alcohol industry.
Awesome. So what do you think of this event? This is the grand tasting. Any thoughts on the Wine Blogger event so far, Sam?
It's been fantastic, really good. I'm drinking this Yates wine from Yates Family Vineyard, and it is absolutely tremendous, actually. Really good.
Tremendous. Is that part of the tasting notes?
That is. I give it tremendous on a scale from bad to tremendous. Well, we're a wine search engine, so you could type in the name of a wine that you like. Like, let's say if you wanted to find Yates, you would just type it right in, and it would tell you where you could buy it and how much it would cost, and it could tell you if you get it locally. So it's very useful for that. And the name is just because 1,000,000 Corks is too long to type in.
Right now I'm here sort of representing the Austrian Wine Marketing Board. We're contracted with them to be their social media marketing arm in the United States. So I'm trying to work with wine bloggers to get them to possibly write about Austria and its wines, and everything's great so far. I feel spoiled and thrilled to be here. It's great.
So we're going to wrap up here now. It's been great talking to some of the attendees here at the Wine Bloggers Conference. But we're now heading out to dinner, a dinner event, and so we've got to go. But it's been great. There's a lot of great wines here, including Quintessa, Duckhorns over there. A lot of the who's who of wine here. But finally, we got all good things must come to an end. So we're going now to another event, dinner at Winery. So follow me.